Hello, ladies. Please, could you introduce yourself?
Je m'appelle Rebecca Sawadogo, je suis de nationalité burkinabé, je suis étudiante à l'Institut international de l'eau et de l'assainissement et je vis au Burkina Faso.
My name is Madrugantako Raisa. I'm a Cameroonian. I'm a student in 2IE Ouagadougou and I live here in Burkina Faso.
Okay, so the question is addressed to Beka. How is your community being affected by the climate change?
Je remarque ces dernières années qu'il fait de plus en plus chaud et la saison sèche est de plus en plus rude. C'est vrai que nous sommes dans un contexte sahélien, mais de plus en plus on ressent une hausse des températures et les pluies sont irrégulières de plus en plus.
Okay, thank you. Raisa, what kind of problem are you having due to water scarcity?
We have a lot of problems due to water scarcity. We have problems like waterborne diseases, which are being proliferated in our different families, our different societies. We have the amount of water that we have to pay to the potable water supply company, which increase because they pay a lot of money in order to have that water. We have farmers which do not have enough water in order to irrigate their farms. So we have different problems like that due to water scarcity.
Okay. Beka, what do you do during the drought?
Pendant les périodes sèches, on a tendance à faire des réserves parce qu'il y a beaucoup de coupures intempestives d'eau. On est obligé de faire des réserves et de se lever un peu plus tôt que d'habitude pour obtenir de l'eau.
Thank you. Raisa, how are organizations helping your community with the water problems?
Well, organizations, we can say they do quite much for our communities. We have Water Aid, for example. We have WASH. We have the AFW, who come and they put forth projects in our different societies. But there is not a follow-up. There is no accompaniment as concerning those projects. So we have difficulties that were still faced after the implantation of those projects in our different societies.
Okay, so I understand. The question is to Beka. Are you planning to move to another country? And if yes, why?
Yes, oui, je prévois d'aller dans d'autres pays, par exemple pour avoir de meilleures opportunités professionnelles.
Okay. Raisa, what are you afraid of if you move to another country, for example, Europe?
Well, if I go in another country, it's true that I'm going to acquire much knowledge, like my colleague here said, but I'm afraid mostly of segregation. People do not easily accept mostly African people in their countries. If segregation, racism is still being done in those countries, I'm afraid that I won't feel comfortable and I won't be fully improve myself in the different things that I have to do or acquire knowledge where I really have to acquire it. So
That's basically what you think about it. Baker, what do you think about immigrants?
Personnellement, je trouve que les immigrants sont les bienvenus dans mon pays et il n'y a pas de problème à ce qu'ils quittent leur pays pour venir dans un autre pays. Ils doivent être accueillis à bras ouverts.
Okay, thank you. Raisa,
yes.
what do you think women have to deal with more consequences from the water scarcity than men?
Women face a lot of problems when there is water scarcity. Because in our societies in general, I'll take the case of my country. Women are the ones who work home. They are the ones who have to manage the whole house. They are the ones who have to go and fetch water when there is no water. They are the ones who have to cook still with that same amount of water that we have at home in the morning. They are the ones who have to look for drinking water for the babies. They are one who have to look for potable water for the whole house. They have to manage all the activities that happen in the house with a limited amount of potable water. And if there is not enough water, if water is scarce in the zone in which they are, they will take much time, spend much energy in doing all that, and at the end of the day they might end up not even achieving everything they have to do. Whereas if they have a lot of water, I mean, if there is not enough of water for all the families, we are going to improve not just the time, not just the energy, but we are going to give them enough space for them to be, I mean, to feel free and do other things which can be lucrative for the family. They can even do some other jobs and bring some revenues in the family with the time that they use in getting water for the family. So women really have problems when there is scarcity in the zone.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for the interview. I think we have done.
Thanks very much.
Welcome.